the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion, Houston Texans, and the champions of the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, Chase McLaughlin, set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. It's the former LSU Tiger. And this play
is allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over. Anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot of fun for your opponent to battle back. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. That's almost incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. This will be returnable from his own 15. More than a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. With the receiver is a Buka. From up and down, just shy of the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the 1st down.
Here we go.
They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A 2nd big play. Just one for 22.
Ready.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. That's Buka in motion.
Ready.
Back to throw. The pass rush gets hold, and he goes intercepted. The former defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson. He gets through in a drop ball, and it's a loss of 4. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
The motion man is Sanders. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll be stepped up the line of scrimmage.
Take him down right at the
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19 target.
from the Twin Cities in a moment. On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucks.
For the Buccaneers.
This one from 41 yards out.
41-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
3-3.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun, and they bring him down the mark before he crosses midfield. And second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
The 49-yard
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
Oh, big hole left side, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and the carry part, Greg. That was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
From the 6, here comes the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
33-yard line.
Ready. 79 Broncos. Hawk 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The Texans doesn't put it away. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
Something these Raven coaches preach all the time is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and
And he goes down.
Loss of 4 yards.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield.
He'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. Here comes 3rd down.
Winfield on the tackle.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets there.
Well, cover the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going
18, Rodler. 18, ready.
Pulled in by Irving. The pass.
On the move.
Irving. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
There's a short one caught by Sanders.
The 2nd down play.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
On Sanders. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3.
70.
Exiting the pocket right. And that is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. First down, a gain of 11 there, as the decision to go for it pays off. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Again, this is Irving. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment.
Brings up 2nd and
Keeps this to a
7
modest gain at
at
best.
the 13-yard
Second
line.
down, they need 7. The motion man is Sanders. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take it on in. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown Buccaneers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish. But you can see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mixing run, mixing pass. Results in the touchdown pass.
scores.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go. Set.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it to a runner.
43-yard line.
A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 43, here's second and a couple. The handoff. It's Irvin. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First down.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Cougar night. Cowboy 80.
We'll go again here with Irvin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the
Good
29-yard
run
line.
after a good run.
A
This
gain
one
of
for
14.
14 yards.
First
And
down,
another first
Tampa
down.
Bay.
Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Reload. Reload. Ready.
Right back to Irvin. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Second and 10.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack
29-yard line.
is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain. That was really well defended along the back end. Nobody open downfield. He's got no choice but to turn it to a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
19 Lions. Ready, right?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. His first catch of the Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
Every team in the league faces these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over. Here at their own 22.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And this will be a Texans first down. As he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
First and 10
The ability
at
to
the
be
34-yard
effective
line.
on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert. go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Those brought down and passes will pick up 4.
Xavier
Bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He's got it inside the 5. And Sends a look at a first and goal and takes it all the way down to the 2.
That's
This has been a really good drive so far. What I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up. But they bring the fire there to stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
second and goal.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Backed up to the 3. It's second and goal. On second down, here's a run to begin the fourth quarter. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Got it. Ready?
Tie game, fourth quarter. Who wants it more? Third and a yard. Bill looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation.
And on for the field goal.
touchback
Texans take
and
over
will come
first
out
and
to the
10
20-yard
at
line.
their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Check, check. Go.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Number 5, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So from the 25, it's second and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. The left side is hauled in by Leggett. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard
A
line.
gain of 19 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the
And the
books from
Texans
earlier, and
first
that
down.
catch gets him a first down.
First and 10
And this is a
at the
tricky part of the
44-yard
game
line.
for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Set to go now on first and 10. Back to throw. Is caught inside by St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the
This is a great
45-yard
example here
line.
of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Catch man, right side, by Thomas.
Complete to
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a
at
couple.
the 42-yard line.
All right, so anytime you're facing
three-yard
the blitz,
pickup.
the best thing
Brings
you
up
can do as an
second and
offense is just
7.
get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here we go. Set. 19 right. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw yet again. And this one is caught with momentum, and it'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned
Behind
upfield.
the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield.
this fourth down.
Warriors 70, 70 line, 60 Maverick.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. Going to have it by 5. Huge gainer on fourth down.
And the Buccaneers
Some
first
teams
down.
just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll pick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up for first Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more